All right, let's start with some breaking inputs that have come in where, according to reports, the Indian Army has targeted and destroyed at least 7 terror launch pads in the Neelam Valley in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir across the border. Now, according to reports, it's also being stated that about 4 to 5 Pakistani army soldiers have been killed and several others have been injured. Now, the attacks were launched on terror camps situated inside the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir opposite the Tangdhar sector. So this is the latest bit of information that has come in where about 7 terror launch pads have been destroyed in an operation that was kick-started by the Indian Army in the wee hours of the morning earlier today. And it is a ground operation that has been done. And this has been done in the Neelam Valley in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. As per reports, about 4 to 5 Pakistani army soldiers have also been killed and several others have been injured. The attacks were launched on terror camps situated inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, opposite the Tangdhar sector. And also remember, earlier in the day, 2 soldiers and a civilian had been killed as the Pakistani troops had violated ceasefire in the Tangdhar sector of Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara district. Nearly about 15 homes had been damaged during the incident. And this is what has been playing out since this morning. There was a ceasefire violation from the Pakistani side. And now India has hit back and hit back hard at about 7 terror launch pads in the Neelam Valley in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is what have been destroyed. So some important developments taking place near the border there, and this is what has been happening since morning. There was a ceasefire violation from the Pakistani side, and then India has hit back. We're given to understand at least 7 terror launch pads. And with more information on this, we're joined in by Wion's Siddhant Sibil. Siddhant, what is playing out near the line of control? Because India has now, according to reports that are coming in, has attacked about 7 terror launch pads and has destroyed them in this operation.
Well, yes, Mohammed, the Indian Army has taken a strong action against terror camps. 7 terror camps have been destroyed. Launch pads have, in fact, been destroyed in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. It's a major measure taken by New Delhi in this year. We have seen how, in February, India had struck deep into Pakistani territory in Balakot and destroyed the camps there, the terror camps there. The terrorists were responsible for the Pulwama terror attack, and then, of course, we saw there were many attempts by the Pakistani BAT, which is the border action troops, who wanted to infiltrate into India. And then, of course, India took measure in August, making sure that they are not able to enter inside the Indian territory. And now this major action being taken, and this is a confirmation that almost 10 people on the Pakistani side have been killed, including the forces from the Pakistani side, which shows the determination, the policy that when it comes to terrorist camps or terrorism emanating from Pakistan, New Delhi will take a strong action, and that is why this action has been taken by the Indian forces today.
Absolutely, indeed. And looking at the scale in terms of which, in the way in which this operation has been launched, it looks almost in the scales of a surgical strike that India has conducted in the past. 7 terror launch pads being destroyed. Was this operation something that was planned, or has this been taken as a retaliation for the ceasefire violation carried out by Pakistan?
We are waiting for more details. We know as of now artillery guns were used by the Indian forces. Whether the Indian forces crossed the border or not, or the line of control or not, is something that is still awaited. But as so far it looks like this was in retaliation of the Pakistani forces indulging in unprovoked ceasefire violation, which they are trying to make a norm. We know there have been many ceasefire violations this year, last year, and Pakistan has been trying to make sure that there is a flare-up at the line of control or at the international border, so that the world's attention goes to this part of the world. Pakistan is trying to create anxiousness in the region, which is not the case. We have seen that after 5th of August, Pakistani side coming out with unwarranted remarks over New Delhi's action in Jammu and Kashmir to revoke the special status. So this shows the nervousness from the Pakistani side, and increasingly Pakistani side will be resorting to measures so that there is an exacerbation of situation in the region. But the Indian forces will make sure that while they make sure that the terrorist camps are destroyed, they will make sure that there are no civilian casualties.
Right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant, for joining us and getting us all these inputs. We'll, of course, continue tracking the stories, and we'll get more once we have more information that comes up on the story.